welcome back. So far we have covered theories 1 and 2 of why the night carving is here. Now we move into exploring theory number 3.
So theory 3 of how Prince Henry Sinclair makes it to North America goes something like this.
In one of their adventures together, Sinclair and Gunn supposedly met and teamed up with a crew of Italian Venetian sailors and adventurers led by Sir Niccolò Zeno, a famous Italian navigator of the late 14th century. Their adventures together were supposedly documented and later published by a distant Zeno relative in 1558, over 150 years after the expedition. The Zeno Narrative, as it has become to be known, was written based on old letters that were discovered in the library of the Zeno family villa. Letters written between Niccolò Zeno, the ancestor, and his brother. It supposedly tells the story of a northern European explorer by the name of Zicmi, who led an expedition made up of Zeno, his Venetian sailors, and ships. By using a secret map, a map either made by Zeno on an earlier voyage or an old Viking map, they set out to explore new lands in the western Atlantic, west of Greenland, in order to find riches in gold and natural resources. Much debate has taken place over the centuries, but many historians believe that Zicmi was actually Henry Sinclair. This assumption was made because it was believed that an Italian might have mispronounced Sinclair as Zicmi, and so the Zeno Narrative was actually a detailed account of Sinclair's expedition to North America. Yeah, I know, it's a stretch. So based on this assumption, some historians believe that this promised land, described in the Zeno Narrative, was probably Newfoundland or Nova Scotia. And so, if the Zeno map is to be believed, Sinclair was able to use it to find his way to North America. Again, stopping at the various Norse settlements in Iceland and Greenland along the way.
So what's all of this got to do with the Westford carving? Why was Sinclair trying to find North America in the first place? If he's not moving Templar treasure, what was he up to? The answer is simple. It was greed, making money, the acquisition of incredible wealth.
The stuff that really drives exploration during this period of European history. What kind of wealth? Well, wealth gained on the exploitation of natural resources. Let me explain. At this time in Europe, the diminishing sources of timber, furs, and fish were driving an insatiable need for these types of products. Historians agree that the medieval era commercial fishing business played a key role in the transformation of Arctic Norway into a major political state as it related to the other kingdoms of Europe. Fishing, and the money that could be made from fishing, was the main motivation for the Sinclair expedition in the first place. According to this theory, number 3, it was believed that Sinclair, who had a lucrative fishing enterprise in the Orkney Islands, was always looking for an edge on his competition, and so, through some of the Viking stories and maps that he had been exposed to, he finds out about some incredible fishing grounds, and in an area off of any known map of the time. The area is known as the Grand Banks and George's Banks, located in the waters off of Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, and Maine. Based upon this theory, which is focused on Sinclair's greed, and with Sir James Gunn by his side, Sinclair and his expedition make it to Nova Scotia following either a Viking map or the Zeno map. and there he meets and befriends the local native Micmac tribe. Okay, how does this story end up in Westford then? Well, the story continues in part 6. Check it out, and let's find out how and why the Sinclair expedition makes it all the way to Westford. If you've liked what you've been watching, please hit like or subscribe to keep up with new episodes. Thanks for watching.